is what you have to be very, very, very careful of. And I responded myself, and I fully that I have a family business that I operate with my wife, and we're doing the sale of building materials. So that is what I'm going to fund my education from. She was like, you operate the business with your wife? I say yes. Said, what other business does your wife do aside that? So she doesn't do anything. She's fully managing the business. So okay. And she asked, do I have any financial documents to prove that? I say yes. So I give it to her. And she asked me that, why is it that my wife's name is not on the financial documents? And I told her, oh, the business registration has a name, but the bank account has my name. She said, okay. And the next thing was like, okay, I'm approving your visa. That was it. And I must say this, that before I got on this platform, I had joined other people platform, and my story was like, I've already taken my master's already, so going for this will be it's a red flag. People were like, you're not going to make it. But when I got here, a friend told me that whoever have an eye to it have an equal chance of getting approved, and that message really got into me. And surprisingly, when I go there, they didn't even ask me of me having already a master's, and it just went on, and then they approved me. So that was what happened. And I must say that I'm very, very, very grateful to Fred. Honestly, very, very grateful. My application to University of Michigan Flint, there was a time Fred posted a message on WhatsApp. I'm sorry, on Facebook that the university is going to have a webinar. If you're able to attend a webinar, they'll give you a free application fee waiver. I did join, and I think 24 hours after the webinar, they sent me the application fee waiver. That is where I applied, putting the fee waiver. I got admitted, and I was even given a scholarship of $12,000 on top. And it's all because of Fred. Fred always shares information, and so that was happy. So Fred, thank you. For me personally, I'm very, very grateful to you. Very, very, very grateful. Following you has been, but so that you are getting from me. So thank you. So that is what happened.
Yeah, we also appreciate you sharing your experience. Mostly when people go, they don't come back to tell us what happened. I know how you feel now. To be honest with you, getting a
what happened? If you want to for the, you see at the entrance, the main entrance to the embassy, they check you have any mobile devices or any other thing on you. So they took my car key, and then they gave me some kind of a number that when I'm returning, that's what I used to pick my car key. When I got out, I parked my car about 10 blocks away from the embassy. I walked to the car before I realized that my car key was at the security checkpoint, so I had to come back. But the feeling was to the extent that I said, I was like, wow, what if I go and they tell me that my visa has been disapproved? So I remember they break my thing, but I just as I saying that
you started the meeting too early. I'm like, hey, Mr. Rafik, can you start the meeting? Okay, yeah, but that's all we all love to hear.
yeah.
Hopefully we'll get to meet in the US. I am closer to Michigan, so hopefully we'll get to meet. So if people have questions,
Sure.
Mr. Rafik will be
Sure.
so let's be clear. I do have a copy of your agency and all that, but what was your deficit?
Yeah, so my total cost of attendance was 32,121, and then I had a scholarship. The scholarship is $12,000, but they pay $6,000 per year. So my total deficit was 32,100 without the aside the 6,000.
So let's make it clear to people. The fact that you have a deficit, so that your deficit is $32,000, right?
Yes, 32.
And
yes.
This is bigger than your scholarship, because you said your scholarship as it appears on the I-20 is what, 6,000?
Yes, it's 6,000.
So let's people understand that the fact that you have a partial scholarship does not mean that your visa is not going to be approved. So I'm just looking at your I-20, and so that the deficit that appears on it is 26, and then you have a scholarship of 6,000, and then making a total of 32,000. So
Yes.
the bank statement you provided was like more or less like 6 times bigger than your scholarship,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
And yet you got approved.
Yes.
And so please,
Yes.
we tell people that, just like I said, once you have an I-20, you have an equal chance of getting your visa approved. And when you're talking to people, and Mr. Rafik is not a small man, right? Mr. Rafik is like, should I mention your age?
Yes, I turned 43. That was last week on the 8th. That was last week Wednesday.
Yeah, Mr. Rafik,
44, sorry.
can be like my father, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you see,
Yes.
his age, and yet he got his visa approved. This is his second master's. He didn't have full scholarship. So if you're listening, if you are not letting this inspire and motivate you, it's totally up to you, you know. And for Mr. Rafik, I feel like every semester, every year when we have the mock session, I would love to bring you back, you know,
No problem,
to talk to our brothers and sisters, for them to understand that don't be so negative about the process.
Always available for you.
You'll be fine. You can do it.
Yes.
You know? I don't know if anybody has a question for Mr. Rafik, but of course, if you want to be...
The other time you pass a comment, that there are some platform that you join that discourage you. You should stay positive. And I love that message, honestly. I love that message, because there are some people who just tell you, they'll give you negative thoughts, and it's like you get discouraged. So for me, I want people to be on this platform, and you are good to go.
So good. Any questions for Mr. Rafik?
Yeah.
I need to talk to Mr. Rafik. I think maybe today I should leave the platform for only Mr. Rafik, right? Anita, you have a question for me? Okay, I thought Anita's hand was up. If you have a question, please put up your hand, talk to Mr. Rafik. Nobody's talking. Yeah. Okay. Emmanuel, you want to talk to Mr. Rafik? Okay. Emmanuel, you have Anita, you have a question for Mr. Rafik. There's a way you can put up your hand in the Google Meet. I'll call you. Anita, go ahead.
Fred, please, this is not for Mr. Rafik. Good morning, please.
This is for me.
Please, so with my financial document.
Transfer. Is it the
Yes.
change of the financial statement?
Yes, please.
Did you speak to Kafi?
Yes, please, I did.
You know what happens is that when it comes to her, maybe she'll connect with some of the people, send you the same.
I did the same thing. I even contacted her this dawn, like
so
when
what's the challenge? What's the challenge now?
Is this the status is still the same, like dismissed? Like I see, I don't know what should.
No, you have to type an email. Did you upload a document or send an email to them?
I typed an email to them, and they said that they don't now receive emails again unless I go to the ISS gateway portal. So they gave me a link and I went there. They sent me a link and I followed the link and I went there. I typed the same email that I did there and uploaded the document also.
So
Then
did you
that
upload
was-
the document in the ISS portal or the application portal? You know that initially the financial statement was uploaded in the application portal.
Yes, please.
So
So I uploaded it.
you fill another financial affidavit form
Yes, please.
and then you
And I-
upload it into the portal.
Yes.
And you said the feedback is what?
The GSO herself sent me a feedback, and on the ISS portal also, she is the person that commented on it that it has been my status of my new financial update is dismissed. So I contacted Kafui and okay. So Fred, please, I'm listening.
Dismissed meaning that
Dismissed meaning that I don't really get it. I don't know. So Kafui is telling me to ask you, or rather, I should call them this morning.
Let me see the email that you sent.
Okay,
it might
please.
depend on the email you're providing. What did you say in the email? Just give me a brief.
I said that due to some things beyond my
To have family funds, right? It doesn't make any difference. But we just want to make sure that we send the right documents to them.
Okay, please. I'm sending you the new affidavit and stuff.
Okay, Mami Pokia, please go ahead.
Okay, please, I'm just here to congratulate. That's why I raised my hand.
You need to speak up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please. I'm saying I raise my hands to congratulate Rafik. He's very punctual and it has paid off. So I'm very proud of him in his journey in acquiring his visa.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Adams, go ahead.
All right, Mr. Afik, first of all, congratulations. And then I would want you were talking about people running away from the queue to join other queues because they realized maybe the VO in that, interviewing those people was bouncing as well. Okay, in your view, do you think, and what did you, I wanted to know how you felt and what you did at that moment. And in your view, would you advise that if you should see that there is a VO bouncing people, if you have your own way, you should switch to another VO or something? What would you say about that?
Yeah, honestly, the thing is, you for the embassy you have to go there very well prepared, because these VOs they are highly trained people. They are very good in what they do. So you need to go there well prepared. And I also think the other thing is that it's God, honestly, because the way this VO was just bouncing people, like when you go there, you don't spend like a minute. You don't need to hear one or two words. I'm sorry. Like so. Since you are very well prepared there, I think the next thing is to pray to ask God for His favor. Yeah, that is what I can see. Because for me, when I was in the queue, I was like, well, whoever of you that I get to find, whatever they ask me, whatever they want from me, I'll respond. And that was it. And luckily, I was asked only just one word, one question. Sorry. So just have that belief. And once you are here on this platform, I can assure you, everything will be fine. Because
All right.
the brain behind the platform itself is highly motivated than us. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome, Senior.
Livingston, go ahead.
If the start date stated on the I-20 is 21st August,
Okay,
and
so
the
when you
appointment
started,
date is also
when you,
20th August, but I
Livingston,
requested emergency date.
Livingston, relax. When you started speaking, we're not hearing you. So please unmute your microphone, take your time and speak so we can hear you if there is any inquiry you want to make. Livingston, go ahead, unmute your microphone, sir. Hi, Livingston. Okay,
Yeah, Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, go ahead with your question now.
Okay, my question was, I said if the program start date stated on the I-20 is 21st August and the appointment date is 20th August, but I requested emergency date last year, but got denied. But this year, when I logged into my portal just yesterday, I saw that they brought the emergency request again on the homepage. And I was asking, can I request for another emergency date again? And if so, when?
Yeah, sure, you can. Try and pay the service fee and all that before you put
I've already paid. I did it last year.
So seek for help from those who have gotten the emergency request approved, and then they'll be able to help you do that.
Okay.
Gilbert, please go on. Yeah, Gilbert, please go ahead.
Great. So thank you, Mr. Fred. So I'd like to say congrats to Mr. Rafik. So my question was, I wanted to ask about the car key because I plan to drive there. So I didn't know what to do. So thank God you made reference to that. So is it the first entrance that you give the keys to the security or?
Yes, the main entrance, when you enter the embassy, where they check where they scan you for any, if you have any device like mobile phones, they take everything from phones, everything, yeah.
Okay.
So that was where they picked the key, yeah.
Okay, and you didn't have to pay for anything, or?
No. But the challenge thing was I couldn't get anywhere around the embassy to park because there were lots of people there, a lot of cars there. So I had to park 10 blocks away from the embassy and I had to walk to the embassy. So I think if I don't know your time anyway, but if you go early, maybe we'll get a parking lot around the embassy there.
Okay. And my last question is, when you enter the hall, like you said, people were switching like queue. Were you not sitting or before you moved to the consular?
No, we're not sitting. It's a queue. Okay. You stand and go to the consular. Yes.
No, so let's explain well. So Mr. Rafik, when you the entrance where they check your they use a machine to check whether there is any metal device on you.
Yeah.
After you enter, is there a place for you to sit before you enter the embassy building?
No. So what happens is that those who have completed their biometric, and if there are a lot of people inside the room, they ask those who have done their biometric come and sit. There's a shed on your right hand when you are entering.
Yeah.
So they ask people to sit under that shed and wait. When the room is free, then they'll ask them to go for their interview.
So,
So
under the shed, you sit down.
Yes, under the shed.
Yeah, I remember. That.
Yes.
And then once you are being called inside, are there no seats for you to sit before you finally stand and join the queue?
No. There are very few seats there, but those seats are reserved for aged people. But I realized that those aged mom and dads, those are the ones that provide a seat for them to sit.
Okay.
But other than that,
but once you enter the building, it's standing throughout until you
get standing throughout, until you are done with the process. Yes.
So right. How long do you stand before you get to talk to the visa officer?
In fact, even when I got there, even entering the room itself for the biometric to be done, it took us more than 35 minutes. But there are a lot of people there yesterday, honestly. I was surprised when I saw the visa that were there. And these DHL people were there to pick people's passports and then send them through DHL to. And the number of passports they were putting in the bag, I was like, wow, all these people are living in Ghana. A lot of passports, right. And lots.
So how many minutes was your actual interaction with the visa officer?
Fred, it didn't take me more than a minute. She only asked me who is paying for the trip. That was the question asked me, and I responded. And she just kept typing. And the next question was, aside your wife managing your business, does she do another job? I said no. I said okay, and that was it. And just to know I'm approving your visa, that was all. And then I even forgot to pick my I-20, so she had to call me back after she gave me that small paper that will guide me to pick my passport. So she called me back, I went for it, and I just left.
Okay, so we are going to start today's session.
So the question, who is paying for your trip, right? Because I think a guy asked a question that he's fully funded, but on the DS-160, he chose self. So I did the same thing because I understood the question to be maybe air tickets, getting your initial residence. So that one, you are paying for it. Yeah. But the answer you gave is more like maybe it has to do with funding or so. So I just wanted to, can you explain the two? Is it the funding aspect, like who's taking care of you in the United States, or basically the flights and stuff like that?
Just as you said, on the DS-160 form, who's paying for the trip, you put whoever is there. So for me, I selected self. So it was after that she asked me for my financial document, and when she saw my name on the financial document, that was all. She didn't see it. In my financial document, she looked at the first page and the second page, and then she gave it back to me. That was it.
Okay.
So I think she will.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We are a bit behind time, so let's get started. If you have a question, please, we'll get to interact later on after the session. So let's get going. So we are going to start with people who type their name at the time they were supposed to. So if you type your name before that or after the time limit, please, we are not going to work with that. So I'll start with Angela. Hi, Angela. How are you doing?
Hi, Fred.
Who is funding your education? Can you please hear me? Hi, Angela. Can you please hear me? Okay. Angela seems not to hear me, so we can move on to the next person.
Hello, Fred. Please, can you hear me?
Who is funding your education?
I've been able to secure an educational loan of $49,100 US from Empower, which has been certified by my school.
Have you ever schooled with an educational loan before?
No, sir. This is my first time.
Why this time around?
So my school.
Who has been sponsoring your education since high school?
My mom.
Is she not able to sponsor you this time around?
No, she can only pay for my.
Which company did you secure the loan for?
Empower.
Why not a scholarship from your school?
Okay, through my interaction with my program director, I will be given an assistantship in my second year. So in my first year, I'll bring for an educational loan.
When do you intend to start paying this loan?
30 days after I start school.
All right, let's end it here. Any comments for Angela? We take three comments and then we'll move on. Angela, at percentage of 10, how would you rate yourself? A percentage of 100, how would you rate yourself?
For today's section?
Yeah, just this one. Okay, Eddie, you have a comment for Angela? Any comments for Angela? Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you're not the next person.
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so Angie, the challenge, you know what you are talking about, but just organize your thoughts well and then be upfront with answering the questions.
Right. Adams, any comments for Angie?
Yeah. I think just like my brother said, she just has to put her words well and then organize her words well and then see how best she can come out. Because the words that you see that she has, yeah.
Okay. Mary, Apia, you have a comment for Angie?
Yeah, so I like to say she can look at the interest rate, come up with a figure of how much she's going to pay, try and get a statement to support where the money will be coming from. So if it's your mom, get a bank statement from your mom showing, let's say, you'll be paying $200 or $300 a month whilst you are in school. So you show a document that can support that amount monthly. So that should be enough to cover for how you are going to pay the interest rate whilst you are in school. Yeah, thank you.
Angie, so you were about to talk about how you did. Do you want to go ahead? Your microphone is muted, Angie.
You said I was about to talk about how I did.
Yeah.
How
I'm not. How would you rate yourself?
Actually, I wasn't expecting some of the questions I asked. Like who?
Teaching assistantship, which is covering my tuition and then some living stipends.
On your DS-160, who is paying for the trip?
I am paying for the trip.
Why did you give a different answer then? Where is your university located?
It's located in the Milwaukee County, University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Do you know Madison?
Yes, I know.
How many campuses does University of Milwaukee have?
It's part of the Milwaukee University of Wisconsin school system. There are about 3 campuses. I know of the Milwaukee and then Madison.
What establishes ties with your home?
I am currently employed as a senior manager, and then I also have a family here in Ghana.
All right, let's end it here. Any comments for Eddie? So we go to Adams. Adams, your comment comes from you. So the next person who follows after I interview one person, you are the one supposed to give a comment. We move on. Adams, go ahead. But anybody can talk at any time though.
Okay, Mr. D, I think it's okay, but as a Vim no from Kaka, yeah, I think the Vim is down a little, but aside that, I think.
Desmond, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. D, I think we did well. Just that on a question on what establishes your home tie, I think could have done or thrown more light on that. Yes, but you did well.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on. Adams. Adams, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Mr. Fred.
So you said you're going for F1 and F2, like you're going with your family?
No, it's just F1.
Okay. So why study French in an English-speaking country?
Yes, I chose to study French in the United States due to its offer of quality education and conducive environment for studies. And then the well-structured French program at the Texas
How
Tech
old are you?
University. I am 26 years old.
Who'll be paying for your deficit?
I've gained a scholarship in the form of a teaching graduate assistantship, which covers my tuition, my accommodation, and my monthly stipend.
Have you
With the
secured a
deficit of
flight ticket and accommodation on campus already?
no, I've not yet. But I've been communicating with my DSO, and then she told me that it will be catered for when I arrive in the United States.
What did you study at your bachelor's degree level?
I read Bachelor of Arts in French at the Kwame Nkrumah.
Where do you
University of
work
Science
at
and
the
Technology.
moment?
I'm a French teacher at Great St. Thomas Preparatory School.
What will this program do for you?
This program will go a long way to help me achieve my dream of becoming a French professor at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Ghana, a country surrounded by French-speaking countries, yet lack French teachers. And also, it will help me restart my initiative of installing French laboratory equipment at second cycle institutions when I've collaborating with ROLAC, which is an NGO here in Ghana. And it will also help me as an actor to create my own theater production house, and that will be the first bilingual theater production house in my country, Ghana.
Let's end it here. Comment for my brother Mary. You ready? Hello, Mary. Mary, any comments for Adams?
Yes, I think Mr. Adams did well. He knows what to say now. He approached every question well. Sir.
Okay. Any other comments for Adams?
Yes, Mr. Fred, please, mine is for the comment, but I've said that I typed my name before then, but my name has been skipped.
Yeah, because we want to stick with the time frame. Probably you type it before. We wanted to be fair to all those who will be joining at the exact time we asked them to join. So please go ahead with your comments, sir.
Okay, my comment is, I think he has done well. Just need a little bit of polishing some of the answers he's given.
All right, we'll move on to Mary. Hi, Mary. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Mary. You have to unmute your microphone, Mary.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Fred.
What program are you going to study?
I'll be going to the US to do a master's degree in special education at Coppin State University in Baltimore, Maryland.
What made you choose this particular course?
Currently, I work as a basic science instructor at my current place of work, Bethel's Kiddies Haven. And we have a couple of special needs students at my school. And I see the way other teachers behave towards these special
Mary,
students. And
what made you choose this particular course? I chose this particular course because, can you please start with that?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I chose special education because currently at my place of work, we have a couple of...
How many universities did you apply to?
I applied to 3 universities: Coppin State University, University of Washington, and University of Florida. And I
How
got
will this
admitted.
degree help you in the future career?
Upon the completion of my studies, I'll come back to my own country, Nigeria, and this course will prepare...
Okay, Mary, take your time. How will this degree help you in your career? Mention your career, then you tell how it's going to help you. Mary, the way you answer questions, okay, how will this degree help you in your future career?
Okay, this degree will help me in my future career.
Mary, what is your future career? Mention that first, then you come to use this program, how it's going to help you.
Okay, my future career being a special educator.
What do you do for a living?
Currently, I work as a basic science instructor.
What do your parents do for a living?
Okay, I only have a mother. I lost my dad, so my mother works. She sells stuffs in front of the house.
Okay, let's end it here. Any comments for my sister? Kayode Rahim. Rahim, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Any comments for my sister?
Okay. I think what she trying to ask, talk about response giving. I think she needs to work more on that. In saying that she able to know the reason why she choose that course precisely, to be more specific in that regard.
Charles, go ahead, brother.
Yes. Good morning, down.
You need to speak up a little bit, bro.
I think that she's rational.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that she's rational with providing the answers, and so she would want to look at relaxing and then listening to the question, understand the question well, and present the answer as it is expected.
Yeah.
For
I
instance,
agree with you.
why did you choose this program? Maybe I chose this program because I hold a bachelor's degree in early education, and moreover, I'm an early childhood teacher. So this will be a reason for choosing the program. So I think that she should relax.
Yeah, Mary goes around the question before. Yeah.
Provide the answers in
Right. We move on. Kayode, how you doing?
I'm good. Are you?
Do you plan to work while studying in the US?
No, just well, I'll fully focus on my research.
Do you have a scholarship from the school?
Yes, I do. I got a competitive graduate assistantship, which will cover my tuition fee.
What would
my
you
living
be
expenses.
doing in return for this assistantship?
Okay, I'll be working as a research assistant.
So which means you practically plan to work whilst you're studying, right? Have you visited the US? Have you visited the US before?
No, I haven't.
Can you tell me about the faculty that you've can you tell me about the faculty at your chosen university?
Okay, I'm working with Professor Chiti Babuguda, who is currently leading expert in this breast cancer genomics research, which is where the area I'm focusing on how to kind of identify some define biomarker response of this gene cancer itself.
What are your housing arrangements in the US?
Okay, currently I've been due because of the assistant of the International Student Organization there. So I'm able to secure a accommodation there, which through the connecting with the current student to assist me with that.
How long do you plan to stay in the US?
Okay, I'll be staying because my program is allowed for 5 years. I'll be staying for 5 years for my program.
All right. All right, let's end it here, bro. Comment for Kayode. Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so Elizabeth, can I?
Yes, I think he did go with the exception of the questions you asked him about whether he will be working in the US and the contradicting between that and the graduate assistantship. So I think we just get that one clearer.
Right. Any other comments for Kayode? Any comments from anyone? So, Kayode, bro, what happens is that with your assistantship, you work on campus 20 hours. So whether you're working on campus or off campus, you're still working in the US. So I think the point you wanted to make is that you wouldn't be working off campus, which is very clear. So you need to make sure that you are saying that, yes, you have an assistantship. And so you'll be working 20 hours on campus, which is obviously a work. Desmond, let's go ahead. I think Elizabeth is not ready. So we go to Desmond. Hi, Desmond.
Hello, Fred.
Let me know when you're ready, sir.
Please, I'm ready.
Why do you think you deserve a US student visa?
I think this visa will help me to acquire a master's degree in social work with a concentration in child and family welfare. That will give me the opportunity to come back to Great Mission International and work as a social worker. Where
Did you come here with your Did you come here with your transcript?
Yes, I did.
What is the lowest grade in your academics?
I think that would be a C.
Can you explain that academic performance and why you got that low grade?
That was in level 300. I think because most of the challenges, most of the courses in level 300 were very challenging at that time. And so as a student, you try to prioritize some of the courses against some. So that was why come I got a C in one of my courses, but all the same I passed all my courses and moved to level 400.
Do you anticipate any barrier in the US, whether cultural, language-wise, anything? Whether
no, please. If it will be the weather, I think I will be okay. I will be prepared by.
What do you know about the student visa requirement and regulations?
Well, I think that the first thing is that as a student, you can only work on campus for 20 hours. And even if you have to do that, you need to inform the required school official before that is done. You cannot work more than 20 hours on campus.
All right, let's end it here. So, Mami Pokia, comments for Desmond, and we'll move on. Hi, Mami Pokia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
any
I
comments?
think, yes, please. I think overall he made a good submission.
Charles Aqua, go ahead with your comment.
Yeah, so I think that Desmond is okay, but then his confidence level is low. And then you realize that anytime he's answering, I think, it doesn't make you certain and sure of your answer. So if you go straight without saying, I think, just go straight to the answer and then give out your answer with a lot of confidence. I think that would be good to go.
Okay, Anita, any comment?
Yes, please, with regard to, you did well, but with regard to the last question, the F1 rules, please, it goes to all of us. We're supposed to check from the I-20, the last part, everything is detailed over there, so that we wouldn't find ourselves fumbling when we ask that question. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Like you said, Anita, the I-20 never bow. One for any other people make wild. Okay, that's great. Thank you for that. Mami Pokia, let me know when you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
What has changed?
This time around, my purpose of travel is to pursue a Master of Public Administration. The first was an undergraduate program, and this course is in line with my career goals as a policy analyst and a champion against gender-based violence with the U.S. Embassy Ghana.
How will you handle the high cost of living in the U.S.?
My sponsor in the person of Mr. Rashid Boachi will be catering for my financial responsibility, including my tuition and other living expenses. He is a nuclear medicine support engineer and earns an annual income of $130,000 to $160,000 US.
So in a situation where your financial sponsor cannot continue supporting you, so for example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of international students lost their sponsorship from home. How do you plan to survive?
I'll reach out to other family members who are also financially capable, and they also make provisions for me.
Do you know anyone else who has studied at your chosen university? Mami Pokia, we cannot hear you. I don't know if anyone else can hear me, but can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Can hear you.
Yeah, it's not Pokia, so we move on to another person. Ebenezer, Edu, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Ebenezer, let me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so what is your academic background?
So I'm a degree holder in BSc Port and Shipping Administration from Regional Maritime University, Accra, Ghana.
Do you know anyone else who has studied at your chosen university?
Yes, please. I was able to, as soon as I got admission into the school, I went on to LinkedIn and researched about people who are from Ghana who have gotten admission into St. Louis University.
So please listen to the question. Do you know anyone else who has studied at your chosen university?
Currently, yes.
Then yeah, you go ahead and mention the people. Okay. Why should we approve your visa application?
This approving my visa application will enable me pursue a master's in supply chain management, which will in turn aid me contribute to the implementation design. And
What would you do if you struggle academically in the US? Can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah, I
please.
can. What would you do if you struggle academically in the US?
What I'll do is
Hello?
Yes, please.
How do you plan to integrate into the student community?
Since there's an international students body, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to people from my country, ask them how things have been.
Have you applied for any other visas before?
No, please.
What would you do if you face any legal or medical emergency in the US?
I'll reach out to the international student body and ask for any form of aid.
All right, let's hear. Any comments for Mr. Ebenezer? Godfred Osebonsu.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
I think most of the questions was unexpected, so he fumbled a lot. So I think he should keep his composure and should probably think on his feet and answer the questions.
All right, Charles, go on, sir.
Yes, I think I also wanted to say the same thing, but what I want to add is that some of the questions, like the way it comes, it should be unexpected. And so sometimes we have to keep our composure and then act smarter than the video so that it wouldn't be like we don't know what we are doing. So we should act in a smarter manner so that it wouldn't be like we don't actually know what we are going to do. Meanwhile, we know just that the question was unexpected.
Anita, at the point I thought maybe his network, so I wasn't hearing him. Anita, go ahead. Your microphone is muted. You have to unmute it, Anita. Okay, Mami Pokia, go ahead.
Please, Fred, my network messed up, so I couldn't come down. I'm asking if after Godfred I could.
No, we'll come back. We'll come back to you. So we go on with Godfred. Hi, Godfred. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Fred. How about you?
What do you think studying in the US will be different from studying in your home country?
The program I'm going to study, that's PhD in electrical engineering, and the school has a VLSI laboratory, which will give me extensive research and teaching experience that will be relevant when I come back to my home country to take up a faculty role.
Have you made any arrangements for medical insurance?
Yes, please. The funding that I got cover medical insurance.
So can you explain the specific research project you are interested in at this university?
So I'm going to work on secure encryption of hardware devices through improved architecture. Specifically, I'll be focusing on system on chips and IoT devices. So I'll be looking at reliability issues of IC design.
How do you handle pressure or stress?
I handle pressure very well. My undergraduate degree and program that I studied actually equipped me with the necessary skills to build up good pressure.
All right, let's end here. Any comments for Godfred? Stella. So we go to Stella. Hi, Stella.
Hi, Fred.
Stella, any comments for Godfred?
No, please.
Louisa. Yeah, Louisa, go ahead.
He has done well, except for the last question. It was unexpected, so he should get some answers for such unexpected questions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to the next person. That is Stella. Hi, Stella. How are you doing?
Fine, Fred.
I just want to make sure I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is this your first time at the embassy?
Yes, please.
Same question. How do you handle stress and pressure? What is your understanding of the US education system? How do you plan to stay in touch with your friends and family back home? Stella, can you hear me?
Expecting. Yes,
Okay.
please. But
We
I'm
end it
not
here.
expecting.
We end it here. Should I say any comments for Stella?
Yes, Fred.
Okay, Desmond, go ahead.
Yes, as she said at the latter part that she was not expecting these questions, and I think that's how your line of questions are. So we just be prepared to answer them and think on our feet anytime we are.
God knows you have anything to say.
Yes, Fred.
Yes, so like the other guy said, they are not prepared for the question, but then you should not be mute. At least try to say something. Think very fast.
I think there was set a record. There's no interview I've done that, somebody do not respond to like 3 consecutive questions. You don't say anything at all. Stella, that's like, obviously Boston is super cool, so I agree with you. All right, let's end it here. Any comments for Grace Fafa? Grace, we didn't have that form, right? It was undergrounds. Anyway, Mommy, you have a comment for Grace. Salom, I'm expecting a comment from you, bro.
No, please, I don't.
I think she has done well. I think the confidence is okay, and she should keep it up.
Emmanuel Boadi. Hi, Emmanuel. Any comments for? Then we go to Elizabeth. Emmanuel, any comments?
Yes, I think she did well. She's confident and she believes in what she's saying. So I think
Elizabeth.
she's okay.
Fred, please, just a comment. I was wondering if you had skipped my name or my name is still there.
Yeah, I think I skipped your name because I called you, didn't respond, so I decided to move on. So hopefully I come back to you.
Okay.
All right, Salam, let me know when you're ready.
Yes, I'm already, sir.
Why did you decide to study in the US?
I started to study in the US, that's master's in taxation, because US is known for a well-structured taxation system and well-renowned tax
What
experts.
program are you going to study?
I'm going to study master's in taxation in the Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
Oh, okay. Edwardsville, how do you intend to handle the transportation needs?
Okay, my sponsor, who happens to be my senior brother, Daniel Jeshi, is ready to fund all my expenses of staying in the US.
How will you ensure you comply with the US immigration regulations during your stay?
Okay, by reading all the instructions that have been given, as an abiding citizen, I'm ready to.
Salam, do you stammer?
Yes, please.
And I press a button, I was stammer. Which one of them?
Press a number.
And I was stammer. Okay, so on your regular, you talk somewhere. So this is not your real voice, right? Okay. What research have you done about your future career prospect in your home country?
Okay, I've researched on the challenges that the tax system is currently experiencing, and realizing that the system is.
Salam, take your time. This is the question. What research have you done about your future career prospect in your home country? So you mention your future career prospect, then you talk about what this will help you achieve. Do you get it? Can we start from that?
Okay.
Okay, so what research have you done about your future career prospect in your home country?
As a tax expert, I've realized that.
Salam, we are tax experts that in school. Into future career prospects near then, like what do you intend to do?
Okay, I've started to study or pursue masters in taxation, which will enhance my skills and knowledge and contribute to the solving challenges such as.
Salam, do you understand what career is? Be career.
Yes, please.
What is it?
That's what you want to become in the future.
And to talk about that, mention the career. Okay, me person be a musician. It's a musician. Me kokusia instrument. Now I'm be a musician, papa. That's what I'm saying. You know. And to mention the career, then you talk about. Okay, let's move on. How do you stay organized with your studies and other commitments?
Just gonna give me the question.
How do you stay organized with your studies and other commitments? In short, how would you manage your time studying and also managing other things? Salam.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm just saying the dictionary. Okay, let's any comments for Salam? This time I want everybody to talk. No, you can just put up your hand.
Fred.
Okay.
Louisa, go ahead.
I think one, before you start your interview, you should make the viewer aware that maybe this is your challenge, so that he or she will be able to give you enough time. And Fred gave you opportunity to talk about your career. So I think the view might not be good enough and might not give you the opportunity enough to repeat yourself over and over again. So you take your time, listen to the question so that you'll be able to give the correct answer at the right time. Okay. And just relax. You'll be good. Just relax.
Salam.
All right.
Salam.
Well noted.
Salam. Anyway, let's see who is talking. Charles, go ahead.
Yes, I also want to continue from where my friend ended. I want to talk about understanding the question. In fact, it is very important. And so I think that we should always ensure that we have clearly gotten the question and then deliver the answer at the question. And then I think that it should also relax, like you said. Okay, so because when you're able to understand the question, you'll be able to give the answer that the viewer expected. And I think that is where the viewer will catch in. The moment you get the answer, you catch you in. So I think that if you first of all ensure we understand the question before we do, because I realized that Solomon was unable to, because he was unable to understand the question, wasn't able to do the expected answer. And that is why even when you were guiding people to answer the question, was still in a way found. I think that is good. So if you work on that and then
Ebenezer Edu, go ahead, sir. Okay, I think so what I'm going to do is I think I'm putting a lot of people pressure. So Salom, you interview the next person and the next person will interview the next person. So Salom, let me know if you're ready.
All right,
So
I'm ready.
Emmanuel Boadi, Salom will interview you. So let's go.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Emmanuel.
But Salom, let's keep it short. We are doing like 3 to 5 questions and we'll move on because we want to interview as many people as possible, right?
All right, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Morning, officer.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Emmanuel Boadi. I hold a bachelor's degree in information technology. Married with 3 children. And I'm going to Austin Peay State University to offer Masters in Computer Science with
So
concentration.
why computer science in US and not Ghana?
Yes, in my company, there's a very huge competition for rules, and I believe strongly that a master's in USA will give me the opportunity to stand above my peers to get promotion in my company.
What do you know about your school?
My school is located in Montgomery County in Tennessee, in a city called Clarksville. It's a public university.
Okay. We'll end it here. So Fred.
Oh, so okay. Let's take comment. You can handle the rest. Comments for brother. Okay.
Mr. Ophelia, I'm expecting a comment from you. As the Fred has been doing.
Okay, I love his composure and how he took the questions. I think with more practice, we are good. Yeah.
Okay, Kwabena, go ahead with your comment. And
Fred, good morning. I think he needs to restructure or take a second look at why he wants to study in US. He needs to look at it.
Benezai, do you have a comment?
I think he was able to keep composure and answer some of the questions as well. That aside, I also wanted to say that I believe you have had an array, like you have a backup array of questions, and usually we have not had this experience with you. So looks like pressure needs to see in Kwafoso. So what I would say is if you can kindly give us preambles as to answer some of the questions you asked and those who did the earlier before Salom interviewed Emmanuel Boadi.
Okay, so Emmanuel, you move on to Ophelia. Hi, Ophelia.
Hello,
Hi.
Ophelia. Please pass me your document.
Please, here they are.
Why are you here today?
I'm here to be interviewed for an F1 visa, which will give me the opportunity to travel to the United States of America to pursue a 4-year degree, bachelor's degree in biological sciences, which upon my return, I will use this knowledge gained in research to help combat
What's your background? What's your educational background?
I'm currently a registered general nurse working in the operating theater. Some of my duties are perioperative preparation of patients for both major and surgical
operations, and I also double up as the deputy charge nurse to the administrative and managerial affairs of the unit. I also administer patients' medication and also check their vital signs. I'm also a member of the antimicrobial stewardship, researching into the microbial resistance in the nation and globally.
What is your study plan?
So I've been admitted into Missouri University of Science and Technology to pursue a 4-year bachelor's degree in biological sciences with a minimum 124 credit hours and 48 semester hours. Some of my majors are cell and molecular biology, ecology and environment conservation, and then the health sciences. Some of the minors too are cellular biology, introductory to biology, and then evolution and genetics.
Yeah, we end it here. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to comments. So, Emmanuel Body, please handle the comments to say who is supposed to comment, and then we'll move on.
Yes, if you have a comment, just raise your hand and you speak. Ebenezer, you can speak. Hello, Ebenezer. Okay, Louisa Idio, you can speak.
Yeah, I think she did very well. She just needs to build up her confidence more and get the necessary vital information, and she'll be good. Well done.
Japhet, any comment? Japhet. Okay, Mami Pukia.
Hello, please. I think you asked a question about her educational background, but she was mentioning her career background. So if she could only center the answer around her educational background instead of talking solely about her career background, because the question was about her educational background.
Yes, I realized that. Yeah.
Okay.
Kwabena,
Okay.
do you have anything to say?
I just want to, like, he could have also talked about the home time when you asked him about her study plan, right?
Yeah. Okay, Fred, can we move forward to the next person?
Yeah, I think there's a brother who also got his visa approved, and so maybe he can share his experience. Hi, Japhet.
Hi, Fred.
Okay, tell us what happened. Congrats on the visa, though.
Thank you very much.
Right now, like, how is it feeling? Are you able to sleep, or you look like everybody is small in your eyes because right now, but right. Tell us what happened.
So I had my appointment at 11:30, and I got there at 10:15, only to realize I had left my American size passport at home. I said, Uncle Fred, because I had gathered everything. So just transferring my documents into my clear file, I left there. So I had to rush to one of these printing presses around to print it. So I think almost at 11, before 11, they called us in. And we joined the queue and all those usual processes. But when I in front of the building, nobody was talking. I saw Bia is serious, and even if you ask anybody a question, they look so tense and nobody wants to talk to you. So before then, I just called a friend and we laughed so that at least I would release some tension over the phone. So that's what happened. When we go inside, I think I was interviewed by one Indian woman. And prior to that, I wasn't even my turn. She just opened her. She just came from, I think, a break or something at 12. So when she came, she just saw me and pointed her hand at me that I should come. So I wasn't very ready because I knew it wasn't my turn psychologically. But I just went, and the first few seconds, I was tensed. So I just told myself to calm down, just that there's no time to pause and even think about your question because she was going so fast. And first question she asked was, have you ever traveled? Remember, Fred, I had spoken to you about my dad not being in Ghana, and I feeling that it's a disadvantage to my. First question she asked was that, have I ever traveled outside the country before? And which basically I've only been to these West African countries. So I was honest and I told her I've only been to Togo and Cote d'Ivoire for some language programs. And the next question was that, who is funding my education? So after saying my uncle and all of these stories about my funding, because I had only $8,000 tuition waiver, $8,000. My deficit was around 27,000. So he asked why it was my uncle, but not my dad sponsoring my education. I said, well, he is in Ghana and he takes care of all his businesses. So in my application, he had even filed for an immigrant petition, and I was also going for a non-immigrant visa. So I was even scared that they would think that maybe I'm using the non-immigrant visa as a quick route to get to the US. But funny enough, I had even put my dad's job where he works, the hospital that he works, even in my application. I was very, very honest with it. So she asked me directly, what does he do at the hospital? And I mentioned his role at the hospital. And the next question was that I should tell her about my program because I had interdisciplinary studies. So I explained and told her I'll be focusing on special education and French, where special education, I work in an NGO that takes care of orphans and rescues children. So when we bring them in, mostly we lack the expertise to handle their language development. So we are working on the projects that we contacted a doctor at TTU, Dr. Michelson, who had conducted a similar research that whether she could help us or not. So she encouraged us to apply so we can do the same research, but this time in the Ghanaian context to know how best we can help the Ghanaian children. And that's when she said, I'm approving your visa. So I think she didn't mention home ties directly, but it's just that I just put my project, centered it on in the Ghanaian context. And I think that's all. So the misconception that maybe when your parents are in the US, it's a very, very big red flag. I think maybe I'm a living testimony of someone debunking that misconception, as well as I even have an immigrant petition filed on my behalf, and still. Thank you.
And the fact that you don't necessarily have to have a full scholarship, you have a deficit, your deficit is bigger than the scholarship from the school, and yet you got your visa approved, right?
Yes, and none of my documents were checked. None of them.
Not even a bank statement.
Nothing was checked. And for the past 2 months, documents have been giving me a headache. And none of them was asked for at the embassy. So, Fred, I would like to thank you and your team. And I appreciate your effort as well. and I'll also do my best to assist anybody, though I'm not an expert.
None
Thank
of
you
us
very
are.
much.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you decided to come on and share your experience after eating the fufu and all that. It's very important. That's right. If you have a question for Jaffa, anything you want to ask, please, you can put up your hand and talk to Jaffa. Nanaba, I'll come to you later on. Covenant, you have a question for, or you have a comment for Jaffa?
Okay, I think listened where he was very honest in his submission.
It's a himo, bro. Okay, Louisa, you have something.
Yes, I would like to say congratulations and we thank God for your visa and
Thank you
listening
very
to
much.
give me a bit of hope because I also have a huge deficit and that is my headache now. But I think at the end of the day, it's all God and congratulations. And please, I'm waiting for my thank you.
All right.
So please, I encourage people like create connections. So right now, Jeffet is a bugger like that too.
Frank myself. Hey, Fred myself.
create connections on the page. Okay. Richard, you have something to tell Jaffa?
Yeah, Charlie Duffett, congratulations. I think it's not easy. And this one is kind of a general advice because based on your submission, you could see that the video was actually got sent specifically for you. Because a lot of people get their bank statement checked and all those things. What I'll tell people is that when you go, you should just stick to our story and stop listening to people, their own story there. Everybody has their own story and everybody deserves to be given a visa. So you just have to be confident and get your story straight. That's all.
I love that. So this one.
Yeah, congratulations, my brother. Please, can you at least tell us what you wear, like how you wear, how you dress for the occasion, and your phone. Were you able to take your phone to the? I know you can't take it inside. Can you take it in? Because I would take Uber and I'll need my phone to get there. So I want to know if you can take it there, then if you have a place to store it or something like that.
Okay. So the phone, there's a police booth, a security booth right in front of the embassy. Once you get out of the car, you see guys around coming to you to give them your phone so they can keep for you and all of that. But you don't need to respond to any of that. Once they call you by your time and you get right in front of the embassy, there's a police or a security booth in front of the embassy. So you enter and give it to the police. He'll keep it for you. When you are going out, then you give him something. So that's what happens. But don't give phone to an individual who is not in a uniform. Because when you come out and he's not around, you wouldn't have anybody to ask.
Do you want to talk about the dressing? He asked about that.
Oh yes, and dressing. I don't really think. I don't really think there's a dress code because I saw people in all kinds of dresses. But also, if you are going for something that is very important to you,
No, Jeffrey, don't beat around. How did you dress?
I dressed formally.
So like suit or something like that?
No, I didn't wear a suit. I just wore a short sleeve shirt and a trouser and a black shoe, but untucked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ima, there's another Ima. That's how your name is. Please, you want to talk to Jaffa?
Yeah, Fred, thank you very much. I want to say congratulations to Japheth. I want to ask him, if he were to be asked, do you have any immediate relative in the US?
Okay, so Ima, would you have approved the visa or this one you not approve it? Where is he, man?
when Grace is at work, man has no say. So I'm sure it was his turn to just have the visa. So
Okay, let's move on. So congrats, bro. There's another platform for those who get their visa approved. So we add you to that platform. You interact with other people. So on that
I'm here.
Okay, it's good you're here. You're going to interview Sarah. Sarah, let's know if you can hear.
Yeah, I'm here, Fred.
Okay, so Ophelia to Sarah. Let's go.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, hello, Mom.
Please pass me your documents.
Here you go.
So why the USA?
I chose USA because I chose to study early childhood in the USA because it has advanced and specialized program offered in early childhood education. USA also provide access to state-of-art resources and technology with experienced faculty members who can help mentor me to achieve my career and academic goals.
Why not take the program online?
Okay. Studying in person in the United States will give me a practical field experience where I'll have the opportunity to explore teaching.
What will this program do for you?
This program is going to equip me with the needed pedagogy in handling young kids. And also, after successful completion of my program, I'll come back to Ghana to assume a position as an early childhood educator in the Ghana Education Service.
Okay, we end it here. Please, any comments for Sister Sarah? Any comments?
Where is Nee Kabute? Hi, Nee.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, you have to give a comment. You're the one after her, so.
Yeah, Sarah. So the first question, I think you didn't talk about your specific career goals. I just heard you say to achieve your career goals, but I think you should look at talking about your career goals.
Okay.
Is any more comments?
Pabina?
Yeah, I think her responses look more rehearsed and too robotic. She needs to relax and then just engage. Listening to her, you could see maybe she's reading from a script, and she needs to take a second look at it.
Okay, thank you.
So Sarah Nee Kabute.
Okay. Me, pass me your documents.
Yeah, dear madam.
Why are you here?
I'm here to be interviewed for an F1 visa that will enable me to travel to the United States to study for a master's degree in industrial management at the University of Central Missouri. This program will equip me with advanced knowledge and skills in operations and production management. Given the fact that I want to return to Ghana to assume a senior role of a principal export development officer at my current workplace, where I'll be leading a team of 7 to implement modern manufacturing techniques and technologies to improve the operations of export industries in Ghana.
Tell me about your summer plan.
So I plan to engage in internships and research that is going to enhance my knowledge and skills in my area of study.
Who is going to fund your education?
My brother, Edward Mensah, who assumed the role of my guardian when her parents passed. He's been working with the Ghana Water Company for the past 20 years, and he's currently the managing director of our family-owned export business with a staff strength of 30 employees. He earns an annual income of $70,000, and he's sponsoring my education because he shares in my career goal of returning to Ghana to assume a senior role of a principal export development officer. Additionally, I'm next in line to assume the role of the managing director when he goes on retirement.
Okay, we'll end here. Any comments from Nyako? Hello, Nyako, are you here? Okay, any comment from anyone?
So Blessing is not here, right? Okay, Salam, go ahead, and then Yima will continue.
Okay, I think Nia has done well. Looking at his confidence and then how he responds to the questions, I think he has done well, and then he should keep it up. Thank you.
Yima, your hand is up, so go ahead, and then Richard will come in.
Sorry.
No worries, Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think he has really done well. You just have to relax and talk. Yeah.
So thank you, Sarah. We'll move on. Blessing, can you please hear me? Blessing is not ready, so we'll move on to Omolola. Yes, that's it. Okay, Omolola is just typing something. Ishan, can you hear me? Apena Ishan.
Yes, Fred, please, I can hear you.
All right, so Kabute, you interview Ishan, and then Ishan will interview Richard. So Kabute, let's go on.
Okay, please pass me your documents.
Here you are.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the US, specifically to Missouri University of Science and Technology, to pursue a 4-year Bachelor's of Science in Elementary Education and Teaching, where I'll gain advanced teaching skills. And upon successful completion, I'll come back to my home country and take up a role as an elementary school coordinator at my father's school.
I see you have a scholarship. Walk me through how you got it.
So during my research, I applied with my diploma certificate and my transcript, and I was given a partial scholarship of $15,000.
Who is funding your deficit?
The remaining deficit will be catered for by my father in the person of Mr. John Eshen, who is a proprietor of 3 schools: Brightest and Best International School, Bright Life International School, and Lightgate School.
What are your postgraduate plans?
So, after successful completion, I'll come back and take up a role as an elementary school coordinator in one of my father's schools.
Why this program?
I chose this program because I have diploma in basic education and I want to upgrade by pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and Teaching.
Okay, let's end it here.
Okay.
Okay, comment for Ishan. So, Richard, any comments for Ishan?
Yeah, I think she has really done well. She knows her story. She just have to keep on rehearsing. I think she will be good.
Right. Any other comments for Ishan? Imano Body, go ahead, sir.
I think she did very well. She is composed and she knows what she's talking about. It just need more practice.
Ishan, you interview Mr. Richard. Let's go on, please.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm fine. Why the US?
So as my role as a research assistant, I realized that most of the research that are being published in areas of soil carbon, environmental science, and soil health are coming from reputable journals and professors from the US. So I selected the United States of America to be able to get the needed knowledge that I need to be able to come back to Ghana to take up a higher role in my institution as a senior research assistant.
What do you do currently?
I currently work as a research assistant with the University of Energy and Natural Resources, where I lead a research team to collect soil samples for soil carbon analysis. I also perform nutrient analysis in the laboratory. I perform models using machine learning, and I also tutor undergraduate students.
Funding.
So I have been awarded a tuition scholarship and a graduate assistantship that takes care of my tuition and also my stipend and health insurance. This funding was awarded based on my academic merit, and also I submitted a very strong statement of purpose that outlined my motivation of coming to get this degree and coming back to Ghana to apply the knowledge that I've gotten. I also secured a professor in the name of Professor Kuligros and Professor Colin Bain.
All right, thank you. We end it here.
Abubakar, first comment. Abubakar, go ahead.
Okay, I think he did well because he had a reason to pursuing this program, a clear reason, So I think he did well.
Awesome. God knows, and then we go to Gilbert.
Okay, so I think in one of his answers, he said he got a scholarship based on his academic merit. I don't know what that means. I don't know whether he's trying to say academic performance or anything. And he also said in his last answer that he has been able to secure a professor. I don't know whether you secure a professor, but probably you should reframe that in a nicer way. That's what I have.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Gilbert, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Okay, all right. So Mr. Richard, you interview Mr. Abubakar. Hi, Abubakar. Please unmute your microphone and let's go.
All right.
Hi, Abubakar. Good morning.
Good morning, officer.
Pass me your document.
Here you go, sir.
Where are you going to?
I'm going to the United States to attend the Masters of Science in Business Analytics at the Dallamore School of Business, the University of South Carolina, where I have been admitted with a graduate assistantship. I need this education to come back to my home country and become a leading and proficient business and data analyst, where there is currently a great need for skilled professionals who major in this.
Okay. What's the standard of living in your school?
So the standard of living, the total cost of attendance for my school is $59,101. So out of it, $33,880 is for tuition and fees. The remaining will be for my living expenses, which I have catered for based on the graduate assistance position they gave me with an award of $4,500 and my personal savings of $7,000 since I've been working for the last 5 years. For my deficits, I have an existing educational loan that is favorable, affordable, and that's been certified by my school.
Where county is your school located?
It is located in Ramsey County. County.
Tell me something about your school.
So my school, University of South Carolina, is a state university, and it has been the flagship university of the state of South Carolina. It has 8 campuses. And the Dallamore School of Business, where my program is taught, is located in the flagship county of Columbia and campus of Columbia. So it has a total of 50-something thousand students. 38,000 of these are undergrad.
Right, thank you. Any question for Mr. Abubakar? Charlotte.
No, please, and I think it should just go on with what he's doing.
Okay, Beatrice.
Hey.
Any question for Mr. Abubakar?
Well, I think overall he did very well. I like his conclusion.
Okay. All right. Mr. Fred.
Yeah, Frank Adichum, go ahead.
Yeah, for them, I think he did well. I also like his accent. The last answer to the question that was asked, he mentioned that there's about 15 something thousand. There's something that he added. I think we can omit that and just say maybe it's about 15,000 or just mention the actual figure. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Desmond and then Kwabena.
Abubakar, congratulations. I think you did very well. I like the confidence level too. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Kwabena, go ahead. Hi, Kwabena, can you please go on? Okay. All right, so we'll move on to the next person. Abubakar, you interview the next person, Charlotte.
Okay. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
So, why are you here today?
I'm here to be interviewed for an F1 visa. That will grant me the legal permit to enter United States and pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing at University of Northern Iowa for a period of 4 years, where I'll gain the requisite knowledge and skills to be able to take up a higher role as a nursing officer when I return back to my country.
So, how will you fund your education?
I've gained $1,000 merit base from University of Northern Iowa, and the remaining deficit will be fully funded by my father, Dr. Samuel Buchum, who has been working as a chief surgeon at 37 Military Hospital. He also owns a clinic, Prince of Peace Maternity Home, which has been in existence for 15 years now with 30 clinical and non-clinical staff strength. He also owns 3 pharmacies and gains an annual income.
So, what will you do if your student's visa is not approved today?
Approving me my student's visa would give me the permit to pursue my bachelor's degree. So I'll
What will
come
you
up.
do? What will you do if your visa is not approved today?
I would sit to know the reason why it wasn't approved and come back more stronger.
Okay, we end it here. Any comment for her?
More positive perspective, right? So Abubakar, good interview.
Yes.
So instead of such questions sort of demotivate people, what would if your visa is not approved? The person will panic even before answering that question, right? So let's
Mr.
rather
Fred,
ask, why should this visa be approved instead of that coming from that angle, right? But that was a good interview, bro. That's not
okay, thank you.
okay. Kobina, you have a comment, and we go to Desmond.
She's very, 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 very good. I just want to commend her. Very good.
Yeah, sure. Mr. Fred.
Desmond, you have a comment?
Yes, Alfred, I agree with you. But nonetheless, the interview was good. But I agree with you on the point that we need to stay positive. But the interview was very good, and she did very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so Charlotte interviews Beatrice. Please, Beatrice, let me know if you're ready. And
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Charlotte, let's go.
Hello. Hello. Okay, please, what's your purpose of the travel? Okay, I'm traveling to the US to pursue my master's in sociology at the Texas Tech University, which will enable me to pick up a faculty position upon my return to Ghana. What's your study plan? I'm expected to take up 36 credit hours for 4 semesters, and I'll be taking courses like criminology and deviance, family, and social psychology. How are you catering for your funding? I've been awarded a fully funded scholarship from my department, and my brother, in the person of Richmond Aduko, will also be funding my expenses. Okay, I'm done. Please, any comment, Gilbert?
Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. So this is a question I wanted to ask Mr. Richard. So you said you wanted to come back to Ghana to occupy a faculty position. So if they ask you, why not a PhD? How would you respond?
Okay, why not a PhD? I'm pursuing the master's to come back to pick up a research assistant position, of which my department has offered to me.
So it's not a faculty position, because I heard faculty. So
A research assistant position.
okay, great.
Please, any other?
Yes, I think that you're in the first submission, you didn't mention the name of the program, so you might want to take note of that.
Okay.
And then you said, I also have a comment. You said the remaining will be also assisted by your elder brother, but you didn't say what he does or anything about what he do. Okay. Fred, please, I'm done.
But actually, please, I would want to say something. Can I go on?
Yes.
Please, in my case, it's actually a fully funded scholarship. Is there a need for me to make mention of someone who would be sponsoring again?
Please, any comment about that?
Yeah, so the entity paying for the trip, and of course you talk about the sponsorship coming from your school. That is how it goes.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
No,
So
Beatrice,
we'll move on to the next person. So Beatrice, you interview Gilbert.
Hello, Kelvin.
Hi.
Please pass
Good
me
morning.
your I-20 and passport.
Here you are now.
Please, who is funding your education?
So I'm on a fully funded doctoral chemistry program at the Ohio State University. So it's fully funded.
Okay. How did you gain the scholarship?
So I submitted a very competitive application, which detailed my research abilities and other academic abilities, specifically my grade statements of purpose, my publications, and my letters of references. So I was able to pass the first stage of the application process via the graduate admission committee. I was then slated for an interview with the dean of the graduate school, which I passed. And upon that, I was awarded an admission with full scholarship.
Okay, why your program?
Why a program? Because I hold both bachelor's and master's degree in chemistry. My research experience and participation has been in drug discovery. So I'm looking forward to getting the requisite training, especially in optimizing the biological potency of molecules, especially to work as a principal investigator at the FDA, where I currently work as a drug quality control scientist, and coming back to set up a research in drug synthesis for the pharmaceutical industry in Ghana, which we don't have at the moment.
Okay. Mr. Ford, please, I'm done.
Any comment for Gilbert? Comment, go ahead.
Gilbert, you are very good. I wish you all the best. You are very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so we move on. So Gilbert, you interview Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gilbert.
Mr. Emmanuel, what has changed?
Okay, so previously, my school, my funding, and then my course of program has changed. At present, I'm going to pursue a PhD in biology at the University of Louisville, where I'll be working with Professor Mike Awali on the study of SBI2 vectors in Salmonella and how they manipulate infected cells to regulate violence. This research has...
Were you awarded a scholarship?
Yes, please. The Department of Biology at the University of Louisville have awarded me a graduate teaching assistantship, which I'll be required to work a minimum of 20 hours per week, and then on assigned projects by both my Professor Mike Awali.
Do you have a
and the
deficit?
department. No, please. I do not have any deficit.
So what's research are you going to entail, and how will this research impact on your postgraduate status?
My research will focus on the study of SPI2 infectors in Salmonella and how they manipulate infected cells to regulate virulence. This research work has the potential to revolutionize Ghana's strategy towards fighting antimicrobial resistance, which has burdened Ghana's healthcare system. Ultimately, my goal would be to mentor young scientists in Ghana.
Where do you work at the moment?
I work as a chief research assistant at the University for Development Studies, where my roles include.
I'm done. Any comments, please?
Salam, go on.
Yeah, that's a very nice submission. So, are you awarded a scholarship? Yes, I've been awarded a graduate teaching assistantship that takes care of my food, tuition, and fees, my living expenses, and then what would also come with a stipend. Then, if you want to continue, when you have the time, you can continue with the other things that you have said.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Mr. Frank, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, he mentioned that he's going to work for a minimum of 20 hours per week, and I'd want to correct him on that. I think it's rather a maximum of 24 hours per week rather than the minimum.
Come again. You say maximum or what? Mr. Frank, did you say maximum or minimum?
It's minimum of 20 hours per week. Is that it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
No,
Mr.
he was saying that like he must said minimum of 20, but it's supposed to rather be a maximum of 20.
No, but we all know it's minimum of 20 hours per week.
No, as a student, you're allowed to work maximum of 20 hours.
No, okay.
So no, I mean you can bring on your point. Like minimum means that you can work 20 or
At
more,
least,
right?
yeah, at least.
No.
Oh,
in school, as a student, the maximum you can do is 20 hours. You cannot do more than that. So if you're a student and maybe
okay.
you're working 25 hours a week, it's against the rule.
Great. So the maximum of 20 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
So I think
you will never see anybody having a scholarship and they say that, you are going to do maybe 25 hours a week or no. The maximum, some people get 15, 10, and the maximum you can get will be 20. That's okay.
Well,
all right.
Thank you.
So, Carla, so Emmanuel, you interview Ruti. Like, what's your name? Is it Ruti? What's your name?
Color. But I'm using a different yes.
So, like, what's your full name?
Color Brown.
I didn't hear that.
Color Brown.
Color Brown. Like, that's the full name. That's your real name.
Come again.
Like, that's your real name or that's a Nikki or something?
Yes, that's a Nikki.
Udiankasa is Obapa.
Udiankasa Ruti.
Ruti Dane.
Auckland.
Rockland Ruti.
Yes.
Hey, Udiankasa say Nikki Manade. Like, Ufi.
Oh, David.
Abusiandi Otua
Nase. Rama. Like,
Lakan. Brandon Yados. Anyway, because a human interview sister Carlos Ruti Ramu Midi.
Hello, Ruti.
Hello.
Why are you studying in the US?
So I decided to study in the US because I want to advance my career in cybersecurity by becoming a digital forensic analyst. And my preferred school, which is Grand Valley State University, has an excellent master's program in cybersecurity, which covers digital forensic investigation and ethical hacking, which are very super important skills needed to succeed as a digital forensic analyst. And also, I have intentions of establishing my own digital forensic firm upon my return to Ghana.
What do you do currently?
So currently, I work in the cybersecurity industry as a cybersecurity analyst with a bank here in Ghana.
Who will be taking care of your deficit?
So my deficits will be taken care of by my uncle, who is a doctor, and he sponsored me through my undergrad studies. And yes, and also I would be taking parts of I also have my firm. I also have personal funds of like 14% of it that I've been able to save over time whilst working.
Okay, thank you. Any comment for Ruthie, please? Okay, Bless.
Okay, for her first question, why study in the US? With her response, I think it will open like more doors for the VO to ask, why not your home country? So why can't she talk about the competitive nature of US certificates, which are recognized worldwide, and also the practical based teachings of US schools compared, US schools.
Okay, I hope you heard that, Ruthie.
Yeah.
Okay, Royal Dennis, please.
I was coming to say what the last speaker pointed out. The question is why the US. So focus on why the US, but not your program. That is two different questions.
Okay, thank you. Yes, hello.
Yeah, thank you. Arama, you might want to keep your answers concise but detailed. So they ask you, what do you currently do? Instead of prolonging it, oh, I currently work with so and so bank as a data security, what. But I say you work in the data security industry with a bank. I think you are saying the same thing, but you are just prolonging it. And then also, who is sponsoring your education? You said my uncle, who is a doctor of what, no one knows. Where he's working, no one knows. How much he's contributing to your education, no one knows. So you might want to take a look at these things.
Okay.
Okay. Any more? Bless, I can see your hand is still up. Hello, Bless. Okay, Imrana.
Yeah, hello.
Imrana, can we hear you, please?
Yes, please. I want to talk to Mr. Fred. I left for Mox. I don't know. I wrote my name, whether I'm still in the queue or.
Okay, he will sort you out after this, please. Any more questions for her?
Okay. I would like. I also want to pass a comment.
Okay.
The lady who just got who was just interviewed, please, with the funding, kindly draft your story very well, because it really to me I think that's one of the most important questions that you have to do justice to it. And you were kind of fumbling on what to say, so kindly work on that very seriously. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Fred, please, I'm done.
Thank you, bro. So quick one, please. Okay, if you have a question, you can put up your hand and I'll be addressing them, and then we call it a day. Dennis, you have a question. Dennis, you have to unmute your microphone and go ahead. Okay, Eric, go on.
Mr. Fred. Yesterday we were talking about a question. If you are being asked that where will you be staying, and you've not made up, like you've not come up with your plans yet, how are you going to answer that question?
That question has already been asked in the DS-160. So the DS-160 asks about where you be staying in the US. So you have to be consistent with whatever answer you gave in the DS-160.
Oh, okay. So here, like the case, you've not made up your plans, you've not done anything. So how are you? Can you help me?
The answer to that question is on the I-20. The I-20 gives you an address. So if you've not made any travel plans, it's just advisable that you use the address of the school. So that will be the same thing you would say when you're being asked, because you put it in the DS-160.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
This one, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Fred. My issue is that my current work as a content analyst is not in line with my program I want to offer, but rather my voluntary social work is in line. So how do I link that in my DS-160 application?
So the DS-160 gives you the opportunity to type in your professional, your work and stuff like that. So when you put that, it means that you in there. Let's talk to Beatrice. Beatrice, go on. Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Fred, thank you. Okay, so the question on the entity paying for the trip, does it relate to, the funding for the program? And then if it does,
it could be no.
when you are having a blend of maybe personal funds and then fund.
So does it relate to the person sponsoring you? It could be yes, it could be no. It could be the same. It could be that the same person who provided you a bank statement or sponsoring your education will be the same person paying for your trip. In that case, it's yes. It could also be that somebody is sponsoring your education, but you are paying for the trip. You have a full scholarship from your school, but they are not paying for your flight ticket, so you are paying for it. So it could be yes, it could be no, depending on your specific situation. There's not like a generic kind of thing, not a one-size-fits-all kind of answer. So it depends on you. So you decide who is paying for, and then you put that there. Adam, did you have a follow-up? Your microphone is muted, so you have to unmute it.
Thank you. That's it.
All right.
I'm satisfied. Thanks.
Mohammed.
Yes, Mr. Fred. I just want to share my experience since we got the visa in U.S. Embassy in Abu Dhabi.
You got a visa approved? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, you can share your experience with us.
Yeah, we just went there with my family.
I don't know. So you went with your kid and your wife, right? So
Yes,
today I'm super tired, right? So if we can do it tomorrow, I would really appreciate that, because your experience is very important to me as well. So I want to pick questions for today and tomorrow. If hopefully you'll be able to join, you come and share your experience when we start a session. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see, Anita.
Yes, Fred. Please, on the DS-160, where the organization name is. For mine, it's long, and I don't know whether I can just shorten it and write the Office of the International Student.
So you can abbreviate it. So international, or you can shorten it. Like international could be INTL instead of writing the whole international. If you do that, you should be able to, take up the space.
Okay.
Anonymous. Is that your name? Like, why are you anonymous? Go ahead. What's your question, sir?
Mr. Alfred, please, I wanted to ask a question about when you're asked why you're having your interview in another country, or what you would say.
The explanation is individual. It's specific. So maybe you didn't get a date in your home country. Maybe you traveled there for vacation. Maybe you are there on another category of visa. Maybe you're a student somewhere. It depends. It's specific. So you would have to stick to what works for you. So why are you traveling there? Is it because you didn't have a date, or you had a visit in that country? You had a job over there. It could be, different in terms of your situation. Kingsley.
Hi, Mr. Fred. Morning over here. So, when asked who is paying for the deficit, can I say my family is going to pay for my deficit because I have my mother and my elder brother who's going to assist me. Although I lost my father, and he also has about has property which I'm going to say it. So, is it a go ahead to say, oh, my family is going to sponsor me, or my family is going to pay for my
So,
deficit?
it also depends on which document you sent to the school before your I-20 was released, right? So which document did you send to the school? And before you send a document to the school, you fill what we call a financial support or financial affidavit form. And what did you determine as a relationship on that document? Because those things have been completed and sent before your I-20 was released, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So the question is, which financial document did you send to the school? How did you determine the relationship?
Okay, so my mother and the relationship is family, like parents.
Yeah, then you've already answered the question, bro. Beatrice. Okay, Beatrice is not ready. Bless.
Fred, I'm ready.
Okay, Beatrice, go on.
Please, my question is that during the mock session, I answered that I would come back to Ghana to pick up a faculty position. And one guy came to respond that why not PhD? Because I want to know if being asked a question like that, how
You're very far from your phone. It looks like you're doing something else and talking at the same time.
Hello.
So I heard us.
Hello.
Okay, you said somebody gave a comment saying that what?
Why not PhD instead of the master, since I will be coming back to pick up a faculty position?
Yeah, so this is very specific. So you have a bachelor's and you're going for a master's, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can explain why, the master's is a good fit and not a straight PhD program. Or maybe your department does not even offer a PhD, or you are just interested in going for a master's and maybe later on you think about a PhD. It depends. Bless.
So if they ask you what you are currently doing, and then like that you are a student in your final month, and then does that what's the name? Will it spoil your chance of being approved if you are
be more positive. Ask positive questions, bro. Ask positive questions. So when you're being asked what you're doing, remember in the DS 160, you already indicated that if it's a job, you've been asked that question, your academic background as well as your job. So you've already indicated that in your DS 160. So what you're just going to do is to more or less like reiterate or repeat what you've already given in the DS 160. And as to whether it's going to, increase your chance of getting the visa, it depends on how you communicate and how it comes across, right? So not necessarily your situation being a red flag, but how you communicate it and how it weaves into the other stories that you have.
But in the DS,
yeah, go ahead.
They said like, are you currently working? That's what they said there. And I said no, but like I'm a
So it depends on you. If probably you are in a different country and all you do is being a student, that's absolutely fine. All right. So tomorrow, we'll be responding to other questions you may have. Sometimes, if I do have time, I post a link and then I can be addressing, your questions. Some of these questions are out, right? So unfortunately today we've done like almost 3 hours. Man tire. Right. So we end it here for today. And of course, I entreat everyone to be positive, seek for assistance, seek for help. You're not the first person to do it. A lot of people are already studying abroad. You're not the last person to get this done too. A lot of people will continue to do it. Once you have an I-20, you can also get a visa. People who are getting visas, they're not better than you. They're not intelligent than you. They don't have anything better than you. So you can also get your visa approved. And I'll be happy to probably meet most of you here in the US and have fun. Yeah. So have a positive day. We'll meet some other time on the same session tomorrow.